Hello, I'm Kristen Lee. I finished. I'm done. I haven't gotten my dragons yet, but it's getting there. Yeah. So, I finished that. I was going through the movies and TV that I've been watching, and I kind of wanted to put them on your radar if it was something that you were looking at that you didn't know if you wanted to go see it in the theater. It's streaming now. Or if it's something that you heard about but you didn't hear, anybody's opinion about it, or you forgot about it like me. So, there's no order in it. I think I'm going to leave off what I'm going to be watching, and then I'll start off with what I watched. So, I started the month off with watching The Terror on AMC. I loved season 1. Season 2, I'm not going to be finishing it. But the first season, it's based on a book, and it's not even a me show. A friend talked me into watching it, and now she's trying to get me to read the book, but the book is a chunker. But I really did like the show, and I didn't think that I was going to. But it's about Britain is trying to claim more lands and come up with a faster way to get to India. So they're trying to go through the Northern Passage. And they have these 2 boats, the Terror and something else. And I don't want to give too much away. But anyway, they get stuck and they get stranded. And they had prepared just in case for food and things like that. But they were under the notion that they would be in different waters than where they end up being stranded. And they start getting picked off one by one. And like I said, I didn't think it was a me show. But the acting was fantastic, and I didn't really get attached to anybody. I kind of was rooting for the big bad that's in the show, but yeah, it shows like how your psyche changes with the isolation, and it shows the indigenous people that lived in the area that knew of this entity that is taking off these guys left and right, and it's about their journey to try and find civilization to get back home, kind of thing. Really good, really good. I felt cold at certain parts of the show. So that was The Terror. Oh my god, James McAvoy in Speak No Evil. Oh my god, it was fantastic. I can't even. He has some of the best lines in the whole movie. Like, there's this one part where the dad is asking why us? Why did you pick us, kind of thing. He's like, 'cause you made it easy, And oh man, the dad ticked me off in the whole movie. But it's basically this family is on vacation, and they're trying to get away from their messed up marriage. They had left the US to go to the UK for the husband's job. He loses his job, and now his wife is kind of stuck there with the job that she ended up with. And so there's a little bit of bitterment. So they're like, okay, we're going to go on this little holiday vacation thing, and then, go back and deal with whatever. Well, they meet this other family, which is James McAvoy's family. And the dad, more than the mom, kind of idolizes their family dynamic. And he wants what they have, kind of thing. So they kind of get this friendship, and then they end up going on another weekend trip to this other family's It's in the middle of nowhere. Like, never would be me. Never would be me. My husband wants to go, fine. I'm staying home with the kid. I'm not going to some countryside and staying at somebody else's house. Oh, especially when they go into the spare bedroom and the sheets. Nope, I'd be gone. And there were so many times that this wife and mom was like, we need to go. I don't care what it is. And like, she's almost a young woman, but she has this attachment to a stuffed animal, and a lot of why they keep going back is around that stuffed animal. But it was really good. I really liked that one. Another one was Out of My Mind. That's on Disney, and it is a story told through the point of view of a young woman with cerebral palsy. Beautiful story. Can I reach it? I bought the book because I'm gonna do a deep dive of the book versus the screen for my booktube channel, because the cast was fantastic. The young woman that played the girl, oh God, what was her name? I watched it in the beginning of the month. Melody. The young woman that played her was fantastic. They had, and then Jennifer Aniston narrated for her, because she was a huge Friends fan kind of thing. It was so well done. And it showed, it's not entirely injustices that are done, but it's just that people aren't taught how to interact with someone that's not like them. It doesn't matter, whether it's the color of your skin or if you have a disability, or it's just, if you haven't been around it, you don't know how to be a human being towards that other human being. I don't know the wording, but I was the sister of a family that had a child like this main character, and oh my God, it made me cry at so many points, because I always wonder, what was my brother thinking? What does my brother think when he hears all the conversations? Because he's always tracking and everything. And, if he wasn't blind and he saw everybody watching him eat and things like that, and that judgment that you see in somebody's eyes, even if it's not really judgment, they just don't understand. I don't know, because he doesn't have a voice either. And there is this machine that we learned it as a Dynavox, but in the 80s and 90s, it was this big bulky thing, and it was like a learning toy for infants now, where you hit the A, or a picture of an apple, and it says A is apple, apple, apple. My brother had something similar to what this young woman has, but he would get so frustrated with it because it is childish, and his brain, I believe, is at his age level, just like this young woman's, and the board is not built for an older person. They are now. They've gotten better at times, but it also depends on where you get it from and your insurance and all this other stuff, and they kind of touch that too. But my brother, I remember when he got his, he would be like a DJ just to get attention. And I'd be like, bro, when you are ready to eat or something, can you let me know? But yeah, it's awesome. And this young woman kind of like explains how she wants to be more, and the parents are fantastic too, because the mom is like, we've worked so hard to get her into the special education class and to have her with peers that won't judge her. Hold on one second. So anyway, watch that. It's really, really good. And she, that's the other thing, is that it's about the integrative system that is more normalized now, but in the 80s and 90s, they were separated. You know, they had their own room. Some schools that I attended, they had their own wing so that it didn't disrupt other classes. I truly believe that they should be in class at least a little bit with typical children, so that typical children aren't assholes. Like, I know it's not their job to give them that lesson, but I think that it helps everybody become more well-rounded, integrating that part into your class. Anyway, so she gets integrated into a 6th grade classroom, and she's just not seen as an equal. And she wants to be on, I think, the Whiz Kids or something like that. And, yeah. It was a beautiful story. And I'm going to start crying. So, you should watch it. Not that one. Not that one. Wait. Oh, yeah. Oh, I watched Gladiator II. Was not a fan. Pedro Pascal was okay. Well, he was pretty good. I didn't really like the first Gladiator. Denzel Washington did not meet the mark at all for me. I liked his character, and I liked what he was trying to do with his character, and I liked the inclusivity of his character. However, I just didn't think that part, I don't know, Denzel does not equal, a Roman senator back in the day of the gladiators, like, but, oh my god, Joseph Quinn, I didn't even know it was him. I looked it up and I'm like, okay, who are these characters and who are the actors playing these characters? And as you do, especially if you're not really into it. And I saw Joseph Quinn and I'm like, who the hell are you? And I'm looking and I was like, oh, he's one of the emperors. He looks super sick and pale and ugh. So, I don't know. I didn't like, what was his name? Was it Paul Mescal? I don't know. Whoever played Maximus's son, Lucian or Lucis, whatever. Whoever, he did okay, but it's really hard to follow Russell Crowe. What else? I watched with Love and Horror. Their Discord has a movie night. We watched No Exit. That is fantastic. I realized as I was watching it that I had already seen it. Forgot. But it's really good. It's about a woman who is in rehab. She finds out her mother has something, an aneurysm or something like that, and she is in the hospital, and she decides to leave rehab to go see her mom, and she gets stuck in this like a welcome center in the snow because there's this huge snowstorm on a mountain, and she gets stuck. It's really good. It's really good because she finds out that there are people that have kidnapped someone, and it just spirals from there. It's very gory though. And then this one, don't watch it. Frozen. Not Elsa. This one, Frozen, is, I missed most of it, and I was still bored. I don't know what happens in the beginning, and I'm not watching it to find out. But it's about these 3 like college kids almost. It's 2 friends, and the one of the friends brings their girlfriend, and they're at a ski resort kind of thing, and a storm comes and they shut down the gondola. Not gondola. Oh my gosh. What is it called? Oh, totally brain fart. But the thing that's in the picture, they get stuck on it, and they don't have any common sense at all. And they basically are freezing to the seat. They're wrestling. So yeah. Terrifying will do for skiing what Jaws did for swimming. Lies. I'm looking at the picture. Anyway, I was rooting for the wolves because there were wolves in this forest area, and one of them decides to jump, and yeah, don't ever need to see that again. I'm currently watching. What's the last one? Oh, hold on. Gotta see it. Bless me. Oh my God, that was from my toes. Okay, so the last 2 movies was Wild Robot. Fantastic film. Fantastic. Oh my God, if you love the Iron Giant, Wall-E, and Baymax from Big Hero 6, you'll love this movie. Basically, this robot falls from the sky into the wilderness, and she lands on an island kind of thing. Kind of looks like an island in Canada, so maybe like near Alaska or something like that. And she's supposed to help. She's a caregiver, and she has tasks that she has to do, and she has to learn the language of the animals. So she sits down and she processes how to talk to the animals, and then she starts talking to the animals, and she fell or was running from something, or something happens, and she takes out a whole nest of like geese, except for one egg, and that goose imprints on her as their mother. It is so beautiful. It was so beautiful. And like, I didn't cry. I thought I was gonna, but I didn't cry. And that's the other thing. The fox is Pedro Pascal. I didn't know. I couldn't figure out whose voice it was. And I was like, it's not... Is it Patrick Bateman? I thought it was him, because he played the fox on Zootopia. And I thought it was him, and I'm like, no, that's not his voice. And I was like, oh, it's Pedro Pascal. Anyway, he plays this fox, and the fox is teaching the robot how to raise a goose. It is so good. It was so good that my little brother sat down with me and watched pretty much 3/4 of the movie. He missed the first like quarter of it because he was just like, oh, you're watching a movie, and then he's like, and I was dying at some of the parts, and he was like, what are you watching? And I was like, it's called Wild Robot. And he's like, well, who's this one? I was like, I don't know. We gotta learn together. So we watched it, and he loved it. He was like, I can't wait to watch it again. That was fantastic. I was like, I know. And it's just, oh my God, the animation is beautiful. And I told him that it was, oh wait, that's who's the robot's voice is, Lupita. I am going to kill her last name, but she was in, what was she in? Oh my gosh. fix it. Because I can see it. I can see the poster, but I cannot think of the movie. Quiet Place, day one, I think. Editing me will take care of it. Anyway, she's the robot. She's fantastic. And then the last movie that I absolutely love, that I think needs more, just more, is Blink Twice. I saw Zoe Kravitz and Channing Tatum kind of doing promo for it, but I thought it was more to push their relationship and the fact that she's, you know, a Kravitz kind of thing. Fantastic writing. The writing was awesome. It was such a good movie. I was on edge. There's this climax where, because all I knew is that it was about a rich guy that throws parties on his island, and these girls just end up there. And I thought, I didn't know what I thought, but it was not what I watched. And it's about these two girls. They're working the party of a launch, and he's a tech mogul guy. He's this billionaire tech guy, and he invites them to come with him to go to his island to just have a vacation. And they go to the island, and it's all luxurious, and there's a chef on hand and all these things. And I didn't even know the cast that was in it. Like, Christian Slater's in it, Gina Davis, God, there was somebody else that I was, the kid, this guy, editing me, find him, show him. I haven't seen him in anything in forever, and he was fantastic. He was a dipshit, and I didn't like him, but he was fantastic. Anyway, all the questions that you ask when female main characters in a horror movie do the things that they do, at the climax, they go through what you've been saying, and it's so good. And then the ending has such a good twist. It was awesome. I wrote to all my friends about that one and Speak No Evil, and I was like, you need to watch it. If you like horror, you'll love this movie, because it was just, and even like, and no one like outshadowed or outshone or outshadowed. I'm getting excited about it. I can't freaking talk. They worked well as a unit, and they played really well off of one another. And Channing Tatum had some really good lines, and he had this one scene, and it was so well done. And it was basically about how there is the idea of forgiveness is a lie. And he was like, I can say I'm sorry, and I can make it sound like I feel what I'm saying, and I can, but you're never really going to forgive me. And he goes through this whole thing where he's saying I'm sorry like over and over and over again. Oh my God, it was really good. It was intense. Okay, so what am I watching now? So Debsy introduced me to this show called Laid. If you have ever read Abby Jimenez, think of any of the premises of those books, because the main characters are basically, they could fit into that genre of books. But the caveat is her ex-lovers are just randomly dying. So it was fun. I watched the first episode, and I plan on binging it. The other thing that I'm watching is Mayfair Witches. I have a love-hate relationship with the series as it is. The Anne Rice fan in me feels like the writers did her dirty but the fan of the world in her books is for it. So I like the fact that in this season they're kind of blending the worlds, because the Talamasca finally got a show and we finally got a promo for it. So I'll keep watching. And then I'm also watching Dexter. I'm probably going to do what I thought, a review on Dexter, and I don't know what else. There's something else coming out. But anyway, Dexter Original Sin is almost as good as the first couple seasons of Dexter. They kind of got their mojo back. I don't know who the writers are or whatever, or whether original cast has more say in it, but Michael C. Hall is Dexter's inner voice, so they brought him back. There's a tie-in from the last season where you thought he was dead, and there's a tie-in into this one. It's fantastic. And the actors that they got to play the younger versions of the originals, like Montoya and Batista and God, can't think, Mazuka. Oh my God, the guy that plays Mazuka, fantastic. He got that laugh down, man. But the only person I'm not really sure if I like or not is the person that's playing Deb. But Deb had a place in my heart, so I don't feel like a lot of people could play her. And it's not the actor's fault, it's just my fandom for that. I didn't even think that I like Patrick Gibson as much as I do, but he's got Michael C. Hall's quirks down pat. So, and I like the fact that you get to see a younger version of Harry. And Christian Slater plays his dad, and he's awesome in it too. So Patrick Dempsey's in it too, and Sarah Michelle Gellar. I was like, where did you come from? Where are these people coming from? I've missed them, but where did they come from? So I think that's everything. This is probably going to be a 25-minute video, so I apologize. But I just wanted to bring it to your attention. I will link the IMDb, right? Whatever. I'll link where they're streaming and everything like that in the synopses, so that if it's something that you're interested in what I talked about and you want to find out for yourself, you can watch them. If you have seen any of them, did you like them? I really want to talk to more people that watched Blink Twice, because it's sticking with me. That and Speak No Evil. They were really good. Like, I'm kind of bummed I didn't go see them in the theater. I just found out that Nosferatu is streaming, so I'm wondering if there's going to be a bunch that just start dropping on streaming the next couple weeks. So that's my video. I hope you guys had a great Sunday, and I will see you in the next one. I hope you have a great start to your week. And yeah, bye.